Has the third member of Seth Rollins' group been right in front of our eyes this entire time? Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. Thank you for checking out this video. If you are new here, it's your first time here, maybe? You like pro wrestling? You love WWE content? This is the place for you. You're going to want to subscribe to this channel because we are posting WWE content every single week. We have over 3,500 subscribers here already on this channel. It keeps on growing and getting bigger and better. And to top it all off, everybody who has subscribed to this channel are all amazing people. We all talk in the comments after videos are posted. I read emails that you send in. I do specific email videos where I dedicate it all to just you emailing me questions, concerns, comments, thoughts, opinions, and I read them on video and we all talk about it afterwards. It's truly a good place to be. That's all I'm going to say. That's my sales pitch. You want to subscribe? You want to like this video? Trust me. Man, oh man, it's been a hectic couple of days for me. I'm going to be honest with you. Personally, it's been a pretty crazy day, couple of days. Yeah, yesterday at work, you all might not even care about any of this because you're only here for wrestling. I get it. But just to let you in on a little bit of what's going on with me. Yesterday, my car had to get towed from my job to a car shop, and I think it's going to be like a ignition or transmission or whatever issue, and it's going to be costly. It's going to be a lot of money. And the whole purpose of me, the whole reason why I'm saying this has been frustrating is not only because it's going to cost a lot of money, but it's already an old car. It's a 2011. You know, it's got almost 200,000 miles. I've had that car for like 8-9 years. I've ran this thing down to the ground, and I'm tired of putting money into it. So now they were telling me they're going to they have to charge me like $500 just to look at what's wrong with it, and then they have to fix it on top of me paying like $250 just to get it towed there in the first place. I'm like, I'm going to do what LA Knight does. Nah. I'm going to look for a different option. I can't do this. I need another car, so that's what I'm dealing with now. I'm looking for cars, and honestly, in the middle of looking for cars, I needed to get some lunch, right? I'm a little hungry, got to get some lunch, and it was right before I made this video. I was eating lunch, and I had jalapeno poppers. Worst decision I've ever made because now my mouth's on fire as I'm talking, and I'm like, damn, I'm already late on putting out a video, and now I got to do it with my mouth burning up. Anyway, let's get down to what you're really here for. The WWE content stuff, the WWE storylines that's happening right now and on Monday Night Raw specifically, because this is, before SmackDown this week, we obviously watched Raw, so I haven't been able to get my thoughts and really talk about Raw. And I don't want to talk about the whole show in general. I just want to talk about two of the bigger things happening on Raw that I want to focus on. That's the whole Jey Uso. Well, not really Jey Uso. I guess he is kind of involved in it. But Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, Paul Heyman, CM Punk, and Sami Zayn. And of course, yeah, like I said, Jey Uso is kind of involved in that because on Monday Night Raw, we had a brawl. We had a bunch of run-ins. We had Punk starting out the show. Rollins came out. Rollins and Heyman. Some words exchanged back and forth. I think Rollins used a pretty cool phrase of "Cry Me a River." I thought that was kind of funny. Not a big pop out of the crowd. I don't think the crowd really cares anymore or at all of what happened in AEW with CM Punk because sometimes WWE tries to reference it or Punk does in his promos and the crowd, zero reaction. Either they don't care or they don't know. They haven't paid attention to it. So either way, if you're a wrestling diehard like me, you thought that line was pretty funny, I'm with you. So Seth says that, and we end up getting a brawl here. They end up getting the ring and brawling with Punk. Sami Zayn tries to come to the rescue, and then the numbers catch up to Sami, and then Jey tries to come to the rescue. And then honestly, the numbers are even, but the Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker group gets the upper hand here. And then I think it was Sami or Punk who came into the ring with a chair. And kind of fought, fended off Rollins and Bron Breakker. But hey, this is what it looks like it's going to be. We got Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, and they're looking dead into the ring at CM Punk, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn with all chairs. So that little shot of Sami, Punk, and Jey was very similar to the Shield little part we had here when Rollins hit Reigns in the back with the chair. I don't know. There's speculation right now. There's a lot of things going on right now. Everybody was trying to guess. Everybody has been trying to guess. And even obviously I did it too. We've all been trying to think about if Seth Rollins adds another person to this group, who will it be? A lot of people have thrown out different names. Sami Zayn has been a name people have thrown out. I have been reluctant on that name for a little bit. because to me, it's not my favorite choice. It's not. I love Sami Zayn, and I love Bron Breakker. I love Seth Rollins. But I kind of wanted someone else to get that spot. I wanted someone else who Seth Rollins could help usher and kind of make him a made man kind of thing. Sami Zayn's kind of already a made man, Bron Breakker isn't yet. So I could see Seth doing that for Breakker. Other names. I remember I'm still on this name. I want Ethan Page in this group. And, I think if Seth had Ethan Page in there too, he could help elevate Page. Page is like 30-something, so he's not like a spring chicken or anything like that. But, he still could be considered a future piece of this company going forward. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I kind of wanted to see something like that. Sami being in there. It'll be great. It'll be fine, I'm sure. And plus, there's layers to it. There's layers to a story of having Sami Zayn being in that group. And I'm sure it would serve its purpose and it would be fine and he would excel. I'm sure of all of that. But is that the way WWE is going to go? Are they going to add anybody to Seth Rollins' group regardless? Is it just this? Is it Breakker, Seth, and Paul? I still think Becky Lynch finds her way into this group. And I also think that they're gonna add at least one more other guy to this group. And you know what? It very well may be Sami Zayn. After the way things have looked lately. When Sami came out a couple of weeks ago and he tried to celebrate with Jay in the ring, after Jay had just won the championship, and they were both on the turnbuckle posts, and they were like, celebrating and stuff. But Sami came down first, and the way he was looking at Jay, it was just the way the camera was positioned, the way he was standing. Everybody was like, whoa, is he going to turn on Jay here? And he didn't. I think these are little foreshadowing, small little things they're adding here. There is that. There was the way Sami was standing kind of behind Seth Rollins and Jey Uso during that whole shot of all three of them with the chairs in the ring. That's very reminiscent of when the Shield, Seth Rollins turned on the Shield. I got a feeling. It's Sami. It gets announced that Sami Zayn and CM Punk will be teaming up to face Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker at Saturday night's main event. That's a huge, monumental tag team match happening that night. And at that same night, Jey Uso has a world title match against Logan Paul. So that Saturday night's main event is going to be a big show. And a lot of people are thinking, is this where Seth Rollins introduces the third person? Or maybe, to me, I think maybe this is the show that Sami Zayn turns on Punk and kind of joins Rollins and Breakker. Not only that, because when Sami fended off Rollins and Breakker with the chair to start the show, there was like that devious smile on Paul Heyman. I mean, everybody, I think if you want clues, if you want to see potential spoilers, always pay attention to Paul Heyman. This guy is so sneaky. He's always in the background. He always has a facial expression, a smile, a something to give away something, to tease you a little bit, to make you think, oh, he's up to something. He's that way for a reason. He's the wise man for a reason. Seth Rollins is a visionary for a reason. He used to be the architect. If he's still calling himself that for a reason. I believe he's called himself a few times the Blueprint. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. But Seth has always had plans. He's had plan B. The whole turning on the Shield thing, selling out to the Authority. Seth and Paul together are masterminds. They always have something. They're always 10 steps ahead. And I truly believe that. I think they have something. I think they have a third coming, whether it's going to be somebody who we're not expecting or it might be Sami Zayn. And then that way you can head into SummerSlam in a few months with a monster six-man tag where you have Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, and Jey Uso, and Bron Breakker versus CM Punk, Jey Uso, and maybe they get help from Roman Reigns. And maybe that's what we have at SummerSlam's a big-time six-man tag. So I could see Sami Zayn joining this group with Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker. Before, I wasn't crazy about it. I still would prefer somebody else, but I'm not mad at it, really, if he joins either. So another thing I wanted to touch on, Jey Uso will be, if he beats Logan Paul, which I think a lot of us think he will beat Logan Paul at Saturday night's main event, Jey Uso is set to defend that world championship, or Logan Paul, whoever wins that match. Whoever is the world heavyweight champion after Saturday night's main event will be defending that title against Gunther, and it'll happen the Monday after Money in the Bank. So somebody will have a briefcase when that title is defended on Monday Night Raw the night after. I remember in a few videos ago, I had mentioned my early favorite for the Money in the Bank this year is LA Knight. I think he could use that briefcase more than anybody else, and it's in LA. It's in Los Angeles, so it would be perfect for LA Knight to win the briefcase. But after finding that out, and actually, I think John Cena also will be on the Raw after Money in the Bank. So you'll have two world champions in the house, and somebody will be carrying a briefcase. And there will be at least one match where a world champion is in it. I think it's a very likely possibility that we see Bron Breakker win the Money in the Bank this year, and Bron Breakker cashes in on Jey Uso or Gunther, whoever it is, maybe in the middle of the match. What if something like that happens? That's what I'm going to go for right now. I know I was saying LA Knight earlier, but now after finding out that we're going to have a championship match on the Monday after Money in the Bank, my mind automatically goes to what if Breakker wins the Money in the Bank and then cashes in and wins the title on Raw. So that's what I'm going to go with for now. One more thing I wanted to touch on too: Dominic Mysterio and Finn backstage. The tension between the both is kind of getting thicker. Dominic comes up to Finn and says, "Hey, I noticed you were kind of a little hesitant with that chair at Backlash, you know." And Finn quickly cuts him off, says, "Hey, you reminded me a little bit of Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest when they won titles. They kind of got a little paranoid. Calm down, relax. It's all fine. It's all good. I'll take care of AJ tonight." The fact that Balor mentioned that it kind of made me think, yeah, you know what? Balor does not like when people in his group have titles, because he then believes that the people with the titles think they're bigger than the Judgment Day. And I think we're seeing that again here with Balor. Remember, when Dom defended that title at Backlash successfully on the top of the stage when he's celebrating, the way the camera was that you had JD, Carlito, and Raquel to the left of Dom, and Dom was standing kind of close to them, all excited, happy, talking to the camera. But kind of like separate from that was Finn Balor standing. He wasn't standing right next to Carlito and the others. He was kind of standing to the side on Dominic's right, and he was just staring bullets into Dom as Dom was talking smack. But then when Dom turned around, Finn Balor started smiling. I think these are all small little foreshadowing, small little hidden things that they're doing sneakily, and it's working. We've seen that demon briefcase in the clubhouse of the Judgment Day above Finn Balor all the time, for months. There's a turn coming. Balor is almost on his way out of the Judgment Day. I think the Judgment Day will be taken over by Dom in Liv, and I think Balor will be off doing his own thing, or he'll be pairing up with AJ Styles, and I actually think Roxanne Perez is going to play a factor, because for the past 2 weeks now, Balor is backstage talking to Roxanne Perez. Interesting. Does Balor just form a Balor club? Does he actually have the Balor club here? I don't think they can do a Bullet Club, although Michael Cole referenced and actually said Bullet Club during Balor and AJ Styles' match this past Monday on Raw, where they were facing one another, and Michael Cole even said that these two guys were former leaders of the Bullet Club. So I think these are all purpose little seeds placed for all of us. I think Balor and AJ are going to pair up. And, AJ is still involved with this little feud with the Judgment Day. I think you keep AJ Styles a little too close to the Judgment Day for something not to happen with him and Balor. I think him just being around Judgment Day again for another week feuding with them, it just opens the door a little bit more for him and Balor to team up or to be on the same side. So I fully expect, like I mentioned before, Balor and AJ being on the same side, Balor turning on Dom. I think it's going to happen when AJ faces Dominic Mysterio. I think for the title, I think Finn helps AJ win or costs Dom at least. I think something's up, and I think Balor might be having a Balor Club, or they might be reforming a brand new type of Bullet Club type deal, it's obviously with a different name, and I think Roxanne Perez is going to play a factor in that too. All right, my friends, that's all for now. Look, I'm sorry it took a little bit to get the video out there. I've had a rough couple of days. I'm going to have a rough couple of next days because I'm still trying to figure out this car situation. I need another one. I got to find a way to get one. I actually have to go pick up my car somehow and drive it home. It's not drivable right now. It's very bad. The engine's like misfiring, so I'm stressed, but I wanted to get this out to you. I apologize. It took a little longer than I wanted it to, but I would love to hear from you. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please comment. I would love to see what you guys think about my thoughts. I would love to hear your thoughts on that, and also what your opinions and what you think might happen with WWE, specifically with Judgment Day, or who Seth's third guy is. I know we've talked about it before, but maybe your mind has changed, or maybe something else is coming up that you're thinking of. I would love to hear about it. So until we yeet again, my friends, have a good rest of your week. I will see you on the next video, and as always, stay bitter.